What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Swisher coming back at you with another live. You know what I'm saying? Houston feed. Got the dub. I knew we would. Shout out to them Texans, though. Already. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what I'm going to talk about in this video, before I get into any of that, shout out to my boy Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying? Now, back to what I was saying. This game was a really good game. I didn't really get to watch, the first half, but I did watch majority of the second half. Well, the whole second half. Everybody was saying, that Kelce would hurt us, and my boy Ray Ray, he didn't have faith that, our linebackers in particular, wouldn't be able to hold up against, the tight end Kelce. And they held him in check pretty good. LJ Boyer was covering him. Of course, he was, he wasn't just, in single coverage, but, they did a good job of taking him away. Overall, that pretty much, goes back to what, me and Ray was talking about, on his YouTube video. Personally, I like where this team is right now, as far as defensive wise. Yeah, we lost Kush, but to be perfectly honest, in no disrespect to, Kush, but the defense didn't miss a beat. Like, really didn't. I damn near forgot he was, he wasn't there. Which further strengthens my case of what me and Ray was talking about. With this offense and with the way we're able to move the ball with just the receivers, and I'm gonna touch on what I think about the receivers in a minute, but this offense is missing one key component to make it go from good to great, and that is a true vertical threat tight end. And personally, in fact, if my memory serves me right, Houston hasn't spent the first round draft pick on a tight end since we've existed, and that's fine. Look at guys like Steven Anderson. He was an undrafted guy, and look what he's doing, making an impact. But what I mean by a true vertical threat guy, kind of guy, the Greg Olsons of the NFL, the Virgil Greens, those guys. And one player coming out of college that I like, and I know it's real early to talk about college players, but OJ Howard, he's one guy in particular who I'm very high on, he would fit perfectly in our system and what we do. That's that issue. On to the running game. And them not taking Derrick Henry is coming back to bite them in the ass. One thing I know about football, running backs, they help make the O-line look good, and same thing vice versa. Lamar Miller is a scat back. He's better off, if you running out of the pistol, to utilize his speed. Reason why I say they botched it not taking Derrick Henry. Look at what's going on. Look how hard it is for us to run the ball. Like, not to recap on last week against the Bears, but at Brock, man, at 6'8", 240, there's no fucking way you can't get 2 yards off a QB sneak. There's no way you should be getting stood up. That's just my personal opinion. But bigger, stronger O lineman, can help fix that kind of problem. But you know, when you want to be able to physically punch a team in the mouth, you know, Derrick Henry would have been perfect for that. But he didn't we didn't get him, so you know I hope I hope Bill O'Brien figures something out, with the running game, because we got to get that going, especially playing New England. On to our receivers that I said I was going to talk about. And Braxton Miller's injury comes at a bad and good time, and let me explain why. If you look at the preseason, Bill O'Brien heavily featured, DeAndre, Will Fuller, Braxton, Steven Anderson. I don't know how in the fuck Jaelen Strong just got forgotten all of a sudden. And I'm hoping what I'm about to say, I'm really hoping that it's true. I really hope Bill O'Brien is doing this. Guys like Jaelen Strong, playmaker. I mean, that's all I can call him, man. He that's all he does is make plays. Make big time catches when you need them. I mean, again, not to recap on last year, but turn on the Colts game. He was the reason we won that game. He's the reason we advanced, as AFC champs. Not AFC champs, AFC South champs. You know what I'm saying? We got to get this guy more involved, man. I can't name another team that has this many talented receivers, like big time. These guys, all of these guys have potential to be big time. Not many teams can say they have receivers at, 1, 2, 3, and 4 that are potential big timers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people probably gonna come across that part of this video and be like, what? Not a lot of teams, teams gonna instantly go, Pittsburgh, New Orleans when they playing good. Not what I mean, man. Not what I mean. From a pound for pound perspective, it's not many DBs that can, cover Will Fuller one-on-one. Just too fucking fast. I'm sorry. One playmaker. Then you flip to the other side with Nuke Hopkins, catches damn near everything in his, if it's in his area code, I know Brock made a couple inaccurate throws. He touched on that, but when the ball's on the money, Hop's on the money. It is what it is on that. No denying that. Braxton Miller can shake you in the fucking phone booth. You know what I'm saying? Very, very good, Julian Edelman like, agility, to, beat you over the middle, with those slanting crossing routes, And on to my boy Jaelen Strong. I mean, and it's crazy, because all I can really speak on is, what he did in college, the game when he had against the Colts, but yeah, he's had he's had a few drops here and there, but so is Will Fuller, but we don't see him in the dog pound like that, And like I said, man, I really hope they plan to pull Jaelen Strong out of the cabinet, because to beat a team like New England, we need all hands on deck, and we need to use everything at our disposal. Bill O'Brien, man, if you really come from that Belichick tree, man, this is the game to prove it. Pull out everybody, sit there and just want to go Hopkins, Fuller, Lamar Miller, and that shit ain't gonna cut it, man. You got to use everybody. This offense is a mismatch offense, and quite frankly, I'm not getting it, man. I'm not. This is a mismatch offense, and yet you're not exploiting the mismatches. You got four receivers that, well, technically three right now, because I don't think Braxton will be back for the game. Would like it if he could be, but if he ain't, gotta the NFL not gonna stop for nobody, so gotta keep rolling. Anyway, man, I'm coming up on 11 minutes, man, but all in all, man, I Jaelen Strong, like I said, I'm not going. I'm really big on him because of the fact that I know what he can bring to the table, and with Brock throwing him the ball, I can definitely see him, being big time, well, due to Hop and Fuller, he probably won't be as big time as he should be, but I guarantee you this: if Brock focuses in on him, and he has those one-on-one coverage, that one-on-one matchup, I guarantee you he gonna make New England pay for it. But anyway, man, it's been a 12-minute vid. Shout out to my boy Ray once again. As always, like, sub, and peace, man. Houston Texans for life.